Hi, my name is Gabrielle Sultan, and I'm interviewing a teacher here at Feast Elementary. Oh, you want to be in it. So tell me about yourself. What grade do you teach? How long you've been teaching ELLs?
Okay, I'm Shelby Madden. This is my third year teaching at Feast and third year teaching in general. I was certified ESL through college. And yeah,
What type of ELLs do you have in your classroom? What are some of the challenges you face when teaching kids? Because you have one ESL class and one normal class, right?
we two
Both
ESL,
ESL. Okay.
both ESL.
So have you ever had a year where you didn't have an ESL class?
No, I've always had at least one ESL class. Usually I have one ESL and one SPED class, but
Okay.
this year I have both ESL classes.
Okay. What are some of the challenges you face in an ESL class versus a normal class?
Um, there are obvious language difficulties. Some of my students have just come into the country in the past few months, so there's big language gaps. Other times there might be increased behavior challenges because they might not understand the concepts that we're learning. So also they might be more reserved in
Mm-hmm.
class. So we have a higher rate of really either shy students or a lot of students that will act out. And they're both from just
Their
confusion,
frustration.
frustration
Yeah.
and confusion over the language.
Do you enjoy working with kids that are ESL students?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for any future ESL teachers?
Um, just to make sure that you find um, as many resources and people you can talk to just for extra um, supplement because I went through an ESL program at college, but even with a whole semester's worth of schooling, I still find myself going to professional developments, finding things online, talking to more experienced ESL teachers because there's just so much that you need to catch these kids up with, and it's important that you make sure that you find extra opportunities to do that.
Okay. Um, what are some of your experiences and your opinions on high stakes testing with ESL students? Do a lot of your students have accommodations, or do you see that they struggle a lot more, maybe even just stress out a lot more?
There is a higher anxiety because of reading comprehension. Um, Normally, I have a few of my students that have made it to uh, the right grade level, reading level, and so they have an easier time. But then a lot more of my ESL or ELL students, they they are a little bit farther behind language wise, so the reading comprehension's not there. So there is a higher rate of test anxiety that I've seen in my classes, and yeah, just general confusion and things like that. And I have a few in the previous years that I've had extra time
Okay.
added.
So that's a typical accommodation
Typical
for an ESL
accommodation.
student.
And then we also allow them to use dictionaries
Okay.
as well.
What we talked about the impacts. So what are some other assessments that you use with your students that you think maybe you use because you're working with ESL students? It might maybe I don't know, more verbal testing, more focusing on reading comprehension versus writing. What do you do as far as your own testing in your class?
Well, other than the reading level test that we do at the beginning, the middle, and the end of the years, I will test out with them with some of our checkpoints, which are our 10 question little review quizzes that we do every month or so. I'll check and see if they might need extra time or oral administration of the test, and I'll test that out before I put in a referral to see if they can get actual accommodations.
At the third grade level, whenever you do give oral administration, do you usually see a big difference in their grade? Or okay,
much bigger. Most of even my beginner and intermediate ELL students, they have a higher comprehension rate whenever I read things to them because they're able to put it in their own words and they just feel more confident.
Yeah.
When I have them read, even partner read, it's a lot more frustration, so they score lower when they have to do the test.
Do you have any types of activities in your class that you feel like help? You just mentioned partner reading, help them just gain confidence in their learning?
We do a lot of partner reading, partner share, partner editing, and that gives them a lot of confidence. At the beginning of the year, I stress in my class to just be kind to everybody, so I don't tolerate unkindness or meanness. So when we're meeting in small groups or when we have partner reading, the students know that if their partner is having trouble with a word, that they can help, and that it's not something to make fun of, that we all are at different learning rates. We also do Flipgrid, which is a video recording device that really helps my ELLs because they can watch back their little video that they made and they can sort of hear how they're speaking. And so sometimes they'll go, oh wait, I need to go back and redo this sentence because it doesn't sound correct. So we do a lot of partner things. We do a lot of discussions in smaller groups because they feel a little bit more confident in a smaller setting. Yeah.
Thank you very much for letting me interview you today.
Of course.